Okie dokie. So recently I have discovered the true potential of the buffed Coldsnap grenades, or rather, the buffed enhanced Coldsnap grenades. And I'll just play a few clips right at the beginning here so you can see exactly what they're capable of. Yeah, but the valve doesn't last all that long. Hey, look at this shit. Goddamn gunpowder gamble. Yeah, and with the reloaders, the reload ain't all that bad. There we go. Boom. Yep, this build is a lot more fun than I first expected. Yep, you know what? Let's take care of some ad clips, shall we? Damn. Yeah, that shit was funny. That's one grenade information to freeze all of them. So the root of all of that madness is running your cold snap grenades with Touch of Winter. As you can see down there, how it enhances it is that the seekers duplicate after freezing a target. So after you freeze one target with the cold snap, it breaks off into two. Then it freezes two targets, and then each one of those breaks off again. So you can have four more targets freezing after that, and each subsequent stage of the freeze spawns in a bigger stasis crystal. So you can spawn in a lot of crystals and freeze a lot of enemies very quickly. That's basically the main part of the main crux of the build. A lot of grenade energy, a lot of frozen enemies, and because of that, with the Grim Harvest, you get a lot of armor, you got a lot of stacks of frost armor as well. And then the shards will also give you back melee energy as well. Plus they'll give you a bit of healing. So yeah, that's basically the gist of it. Other things, usual triple jump, usual gambler's dodge. Don't have any other options for a melee or a super, so that's obviously default. For the fragments, whisper of fissures because we want the frozen enemies and the crystals to deal more damage and a bigger AoE. We want Whisper of Bonds as a way to generate orbs of power, since this will also help our survivability. And we can get our super back. Whisper of Wine, so we could get more stacks of the frost armor, so we can be more tanky. Whisper of Shards, so when we destroy the stasis crystals, we get increased grenade regen, which is perfect, and that's exactly what we need. And finally, Whisper of Conduction, because I'm lazy and I don't want to track down all of the stasis shards. Or you can switch this out if you're more bothered than I am. What I recommend to switch it out with... Hold on a second, I'll find it eventually. It's probably Whisper of Rending, so you can shatter the crystals a lot easier. Any other options I could switch it out for? I guess Whisper of Torment as well, so you can get even more grenade recharge. So yeah, that's all that. The weapons I'm running, bold endings, mainly because it has a combination of Demolitionist and Headstone. If we don't want to run bold endings and you want to run something else, I'll prioritize getting Headstone over Demolitionist, where you regen a lot more grenade energy from shattering the stasis crystal than you would getting Demolitionist kills. But if you're fine with a weapon that has both, then use that instead. You don't have to use bold endings, it's what I'm using. But I would recommend getting something with both Headstone and Demolitionist. If you want to get a weapon with only one, I recommend getting Headstone as a higher priority over Demolitionist. But that's just me. For a special, obviously Buried Bloodline because it gives you Devour, and kills while you have Devour active gives you more grenade energy. And also general survivability. And one other part of the build that I'll go over when I'm going over armor. And then Edge Transit as a heavy. I prefer running another void weapon so I can get even more utility out of a void scavenger. So when you pick up either special or heavy ammo, you get more ammo for either. Now you don't have to do that, you can run whatever heavy you want. You can even run Oathkeeper as a rocket launcher if you don't want to run Edge Transit. So this slot is pretty much open to whatever the hell you want. And for the exotic armor, I decided to go with Mechanist Trick Sleeves because I couldn't exactly figure out another good exotic to run with this build. So I just thought, you know what, let's throw it on and see how much it improves the Buried Bloodline. And oh boy, the reload speed of that is insane. Because according to Light GG, the trick sleeves maxes out your handling and reload speed for all sidearms. Not only that, but when your health is in the red, you can take out the Buried Bloodline and it'll deal double damage. So that'll be perfect for melting down mages, just getting Devour procced when you're in the red. And even after that, even after your health has come back, the damage buff persists. And you just need to get more kills to extend its duration. So you don't even have to run bolt endings, you can run another sidearm in the kinetic slot. Purposefully trigger the trick sleeves and then run around with double damage the entire time. So yeah, that's why I picked the Mechanist trick sleeves. Definitely a niche pick, but for this build, damn near perfect. Okie dokie, now the mods. But yeah, this works just fine. And now for the stats, mate. For the stats first and foremost, you want to prioritize resilience and discipline above all else, because you want survivability and you want the grenades back. You don't really need your dodge all that much, so this tier 5 is good enough. And I'll just have a lot of recovery because recovery good. If you want to spec more into strength or into intellect, you can go right ahead and do that. As for the mods, in the helmet, harmonic siphons always nice. Orbs of power are always nice. I'll just have powerful friends so I can actually use something in the slot here. I don't know how well Asher's assets works with the Coldsnap grenades, but honestly you don't really need it, given how much orbs you're pumping out already. And also the origin trait for bolt endings gives you super energy as well. And then just heavy ammo finder, because why not? In the gloves, I prefer to run a harmonic loader to help out the reload speed for the bolt endings. Yeah, sure, you can throw a grenade to reload the bolt endings, but you're not going to have a grenade up that often. It is going to be up very often, but not that often. And then the other two of my gloves, just double impact induction. The throw of Struken, get a lot of grenade energy back per throw. Then for the chest piece, you just have resiliences for the boots. Void Scavenger to help out, get special and heavy ammo, because it's always nice to be topped up of ammo. And then double recuperation. You could switch out one recuperation mod for any other mod that you would rather have instead, but I like surviving. And finally for our class item, double powerful attraction, because we usually dodge when we're in a sticky situation, and the more orbs we can pick up with each dodge the better. And finally, just bomber, because more grenade energy, then why not? Honestly, what you can get away with one powerful attraction, and you can switch out the other two mods for whatever you want. Is there anything special in the artifact to point out? I guess the only thing that's really special to point out is Creeping Chill. But honestly, you don't exactly need it. You can just run the build perfectly fine without it. Yeah, didn't delve into the artifact all too much for this build. I was mainly concerned about what weapons would work best with what exotic. And this is the setup that I landed on. The Coldsnap grenades is much stronger than I had expected. As you've seen for the first clips, and yeah, might as well just show off the fashion a wee bit. It might be subject to change, but so far, I like the look of this fashion. Well, if there's any other improvements to the build that you got in mind, drop them in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys next time, I guess.